Hi there, I'm Judy Horfrost from Paddle Palace Table Tennis Company, and our topic is choosing your first table tennis racket. We did the math. Paddle Palace customers can choose from literally over 250 million different blade and rubber combinations. And that can get amazingly overwhelming for some of our customers when you're trying to choose a new racket. So here are a few tips to help you make a knowledgeable decision. First of all, there's two main components in a racket. There's the blade, which is the wood part, and then there's the different rubbers, and I'll talk about that as well. Now, in the blade, there's actually two different kinds of styles. There's the shake hand style and there's the pen hold style. The shake hand style is what most of our customers use. Probably over 95% of our customers use the shake hands. You hold it like you're shaking hands with it, and you use both sides of the racket. There's also the pen hold style, which is used, is more popular in Asia than it is in the Western world, but even there, the shake hands is more popular these days. But with pen hold, you're holding it like you're holding a pen or chopsticks, and you're using just one side of the racket. So when you're choosing your racket, there's a handle style, and we'll ask you what handle style you want, and you're going to go, what's that? Well, here's the flared. The flared comes in the middle and flares out at the end. And this is probably used by over 80% of our customers. The other 20%, most of them use an anatomic or a straight handle. This is an anatomic handle. It bulges out a little bit in the middle and then flares out a little bit at the end. And this is a this is a straight handle, and basically it's just straight up and down. Probably the most important variable that you're going to choose is the speed of your blade. And the blades range in speed from very fast, which would be an offensive plus rating, to offensive minus, all around, all the way down to the slowest would be defensive minus. And all the blades also have a number speed rating, so you can compare all the blades for how fast they are. And why is the speed important? Well, if you're just starting out in the sport, you don't want a blade that's too fast. If the blade is too fast, what's going to happen is the ball is going to fly off the end of the table. You're not going to have any control. What the speed of the blade means is that with the same amount of force, the ball will go farther. With a defensive blade, if it's a slow speed, it's not going to go as far with the same amount of force as an offensive one. So you're not going to want one that's flying around too fast if you're just starting out. For most players who are beginning intermediate, I would recommend an all-around speed. If you're living dangerously, maybe offensive minus, something like that. Another choice to make is how heavy is your blade? Now, most blades range in weight from about 70 grams to 100 grams, with the average being about 86 grams. Here again, with weight, it's kind of more personal preference. Some players think that if it's a heavier blade, they're going to get more power. Some players think with a lighter blade, they're going to get more quickness. But my feeling is you should just use a weight that's comfortable for you, keeping in mind that if you're using thick rubber, the rubber can add a lot of weight to your blade. So if you don't want the whole overall racket to be too heavy, don't choose a heavy blade. Now let's talk about rubber. There's 4 main types of rubber in table tennis. There's smooth, short pips, long pips, and anti. The smooth rubber is the most popular rubber for the modern game because you can get lots of speed and spin with the smooth inverted rubber. Basically what it is a smooth surface with pips going towards the inside and a layer of sponge that you then glue to the blade. The short pips rubber is it's still pretty popular, but not nearly as popular as the sponge. It's not as spinny because the ball doesn't grip it as much. But the pips are facing the outside. There's a layer of sponge. There's also the long pips, which has spin reversal. It's mostly used by defensive players. I don't recommend it for people starting out. And anti-rubber, which is smooth on the outside, but it doesn't grip the ball, and it mainly just gives a no-spin shot. A decision you'll need to make is what sponge thickness you will use. The rule of thumb is the thicker, the quicker. The thicker the sponge, the faster it will be. The thinner the sponge, slower it will be, and the more control you can get with thinner sponge. So anyway, there's lots to know when choosing a racket. If you would like more help or maybe more personalized assistance in choosing your equipment, you can contact us at Paddle Palace or check our website at paddlepalace.com.